right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. You're welcome to our discussion for today. My name is Eleanor. I live in the Netherlands with my family. I'm a mom and I work in finance, and I'm a proud digital business owner. Today, together with my amazing business partners, we are going to do a discussion based on the question: do I really need to invest to start? This is a very important question that I would like to explain for people to have an understanding of it rather than a misconception. Okay, we invest every day in other things like our hobbies. We invest in things we are interested in. We invest even without knowing. With this business, every legitimate business needs some form of investment to be able to run it. What are we investing in? We are investing in learning and development. We are investing in the value to upgrade ourselves. So it's not just about the business, it's about investing in yourself. By the way, we are the empowered circle. We empower each other in this business. And this shows that we are a great community. We are accountable for each other. Without talking too much, I would like to introduce my first business partner that will be talking. Sister Gilma, over to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you are in this part of the world. My name is Gilma Poblador. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm one of those successful business owners. I'm Our topic for today is about the investments. If we need investments in order to do this online business. Well, telling you frankly, we are business owners too, and we do investments. Of course, nobody in this world can do business without investments. Even traditional businesses requires investments. They have inventories, they have rented equipments, and they have staff to pay. Here in our business, we have a lower startup costs. But because we are investing in our time, we are investing our learning, and we are investing into our commitment. Building a business is different from applying for a job, but we have our startup capital too. So every successful business starts with some level of investment, no matter what kind of business it is. And that's the one thing that everybody should know, because most of my clients are asking if we have investments. They have to do investments. For sure, you will do you have to make an investment to be able to start this business. And that's what I did too. So expect to have your money to invest in this, but it is lesser than the traditional businesses that you can, where you will have those that those startup capitals that are big when you put up a cafe. It's not like that, because you will have some form of investments, huge investments. And here we can have a lower cost, but you need your time, your effort, and your education. That's what we enhance here in doing this business. I thank you.
Thank you, Sister Hilma. Yes, well said. Every business needs some form of investment. When it comes to traditional business, you need inventory, you need a lot of other things. But with our business, you need the capital that you need is much less as compared to a traditional business. Over to you, Sister Benita.
Thank you, Sis Ellie. All right, for all our viewers, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Before I give you my insight, let me introduce myself. I am Benita, teacher, caregiver, and now a proud digital business owner. Originally from Philippines, now living in Ontario, Canada. Now, to all viewers, listen to this closely because this question that says, do I really need to invest to start online? Yes, the biggest investment cost is you, right? So, the mess because sometimes the biggest cost is not starting at all. So that's why, um, what if the biggest rest isn't starting something new, but staying exactly where you are? Or fast forward 5 years from now, from today, will your life look different, or will you stay be wishing you had started? So I have four key points to tell you about the cost of investment. Okay, the first, what happens if nothing changes? So I will let you imagine yourself now. For you who are listening, imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine your future 1 year from now. Will your financial situation will be any different? And will you have more choices or the same struggles? Or will you be still saying maybe or next year? Okay, 3 years from now, will you have learned new skills? So there are so will you have built something for yourself? Because the investment will be the greatest investment is from you. Or will you still depend on the same situation you're frustrated with today? So 5 years now from now, or will you be proud, or will you be proud you took action? All right, or will you be wondering where at the time you went? So my point is time keeps moving. Whether we act or not, 5 years will
Yes.
pass anyway. The question is, what will you have to show for it? All right. So my other point is fear often costs more than failure. So many people doesn't don't move forward because they are afraid of making mistakes, afraid of what others will think, and also they're afraid of losing money, afraid they're not good enough. All right. So most people regret the opportunities they never took more than the mistake they made. So, mistakes teach us lessons, and inaction teaches us regret. So, fear may feel safe today, but it can become expensive tomorrow. So, the other point is waiting for the perfect time. So, how many times we have said, I'll start when life slows down, I'll start when I have more money, I start when I know more, I start when I'm ready. So, the reality is perfect timing really arrives. Life will always be busy. Challenges will always exist. Successful people don't wait until everything is perfect. All right. So they start when they are and learn along the way. So my point here is progress begins when excuses ends. And one more, growth only happens through action. So confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes from taking action. Think about learning to drive, or starting a new job, or moving to a new country. So using technology for the first time. So at first it feels uncomfortable, but every step makes the next step easier. So you don't grow by staying comfortable, you grow by stepping outside your comfort zone. Okay, so let me tell you about my story. That is why um, there was a season in my life when I could have stayed stuck after my health challenges and early retirement. It would have been easy to believe my best years were behind me, but I realized that if I didn't try something different, nothing would change. I wasn't looking for perfection. I was looking for possibility, and that decision opened doors I never imagined. So the cost of starting may feel scary today, but the cost of staying the same for the next 5 years could be much greater. Okay, you don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to take the first step, because sometimes the biggest mistake, the biggest risk isn't failure. It's spending years wondering, what if I had started? So if you feel stuck between fear and possibility, comment ready below. And one thing that you've been wanting to start, uh, but keep putting off. So remember, God cannot steer park a parked car. Sometimes faith means taking the first step, because seeing the whole staircase. Your future is created but by what you do today, not someday. So that's all for me. Back to you, Sis Ellie.
Thank you, Sister Benita. Yes, coming out of your comfort zone and taking that bold step, replacing faith with fear. Take off your fear and have faith and take that bold step and invest in yourself. Thank you, Sister Benita. Now we'll move on to Sister Marceline. Take it over.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Marceline, originally from Cameroon, and I live in Dallas, Texas. I'm a mom, a wife, a child of God, and a digital online business owner. So the question, do I really need to invest? Do I really need to invest to start online? Yes, we have to invest. In everything we do in life, I think we have to invest. There's nothing you do in life without investing. You invest in yourself, you invest in your family, you invest in your work, you invest in everything that you do. So under the subtopic, can I start can I start small and learn as I go? Yes, you start small and learn as you go. Nobody started, everybody or most people started as a beginner. Nobody started by knowing anything. You don't need to know everything before starting. For example, in our business, we have a step-by-step training that teaches you everything from the beginning. We have everything that you have to know. You learn from the beginning and you progress as you grow. And the most important thing is this business is progress. It's progress because you cannot be perfect without doing any progress. So yes, in this business, you really have to invest online to start online. That is all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Marceline. Yes, you take that step and you start, and you can progress whilst you go. That is our business. You need to invest in everything that you do. Some people invest in their hobbies, some people invest in everything they find in their cars, some people invest in different kinds of investments. So for you to invest in yourself, for you to invest in a business that has value, it's worth it. Thank you, Sister Mason. Now we'll move on to our own Coach Joyce. It's your
Thank
turn.
you. Thank you, Ellie. Good afternoon, everyone from Ontario, Canada. Good morning on the other side of the world, or good evening. My name is Joyce Domingo. I am a digital business owner, a single mom, and I am a certified dental assistant and personal support worker. And I am someone who understands what it's like to carefully consider every dollar spent. Like many people, I've asked myself the same question before making a decision. How do I know it's worth the investment? I believe that's one of the smartest questions that anyone can ask. Because when most people think about investing, they immediately focus on the cost. But successful people often look beyond the price tag and ask a different question.
Yeah.
What value will bring this to my life? Have you guys ever thought about that? Whether it's investing in education, personal development, a business, or learning new skills, it's important to look at the bigger picture. For example, if something teaches you valuable skills, connects you with experienced mentors, provides support, and helps you grow personally and professionally, then you're gaining much more than what you initially paid for. Another thing to consider is the cost of doing nothing. Sometimes we're so focused on the risk of investing that we forgot to think about the risk of staying where we are. If you're unhappy with your current situation, struggling financially, or looking for more flexibility and freedom, then not taking action also has a cost. Of course, that doesn't mean we should jump into every opportunity. We should do our research, ask questions, understand what's being offered, and make informed decisions. A good investment should align with your goals, values, and vision for the future. For me, the greatest investment I've made haven't just been financial. They've been investments in learning, personal growth, relationships, mentorship, and opportunities that help me become a better version of myself. So, the next time you're asking yourself, is it worth the investment? Try asking, will this help me grow? Will I gain valuable skills? Will it move me closer to my goals? Will I look back a year from now and be glad I took action? Because often the best investment aren't just about money. They're about creating possibilities for a better future.
Yes.
Thank you everyone, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. What is one investment you've made in yourself that has positively impacted your life? Thank you guys.
Thank you, Coach Joyce. Amazing, amazing. Yes, we've all discussed today's topic about investing in our business. To us, our business has the value. Traditional business also you invest whatever kind of sorry, any kind of business you will invest, whether it's traditional or online. But our business have some advantages because you invest lesser as compared to a traditional business. There is no keeping of inventory, and we have more advantages. So if this resonated with you and you are looking forward to something similar, we will advise you to contact one of us, and we are more than ready to explain or to answer your questions. Thank you for today and have a lovely day. Bye for now.